So do you also use social media ads to get more leads for your own business? Then this video is really helpful for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly, and in this video we are going to understand how to capture leads from social media in Airtable. So like you, I also use Facebook lead ads, Instagram lead ads and LinkedIn ads to get more leads for my own business. And now what I want is that as soon as a new lead is received in any of these applications, I want to add the lead details into my Airtable database. So to do this, first we are simply going to create a connection between Facebook lead ads and Airtable. I'm going to show you this procedure by creating the connection between Facebook lead ads and Airtable, and further I'll also let you know how you can do this with Instagram lead ads and LinkedIn ads. And we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So let's move on further and create this amazing automation. So to do this, I'm going to open a new tab and search for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, using which we're going to create this amazing automation. But before we move on further and create this automation, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, workflow tips, doubts and solutions. So if you're stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. So now let's head back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect and create this automation. For that we have two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore Pabbly Connect. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm going to click on this button which says sign in, and once I click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this button which says access now, and once I click on this access now, it is going to open the dashboard of my Pabbly Connect's account. And to get started, I'm going to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it's asking me to select the workflow builder, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand is stable, has a familiar approach and ideal for those who want to try it and test its setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm going to use this new one. So let's click on this select of the new one. Now for the workflow name, I'm going to keep my workflow name as capture leads from social media in Airtable. For the folder, I'm going to select the folder as automations and click on this button which says create. And once I click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So let's move on further and click on this add trigger button and add our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as Facebook lead ads. So I'm just going to search for it and select it. Now for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as new lead instant and click on this connect. Now in order to create a connection between Facebook lead ads and Pabbly Connect, it is giving me two options. So if you have already created this connection, you can go towards this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this connect with Facebook lead ads. And once we click on this connect with Facebook lead ads, Pabbly is asking me for clicking on this continue after selecting my Facebook account. So I have already logged in my Facebook account. That's the reason it is showing me this page. But if you haven't logged in your Facebook account, first Pabbly is going to ask you for the credentials credentials of your Facebook account, and then only it is going to give you this page. So I'll advise you that log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. And once you come to this page, you simply have to click on this continue, and your Facebook lead ads account will be connected with Pabbly Connect. It is very easy. Now we have to select the page and the lead gen form. So as you can see, the name of my page is Digital Dynamics. So let's select the same, which is Digital Dynamics. Now for the form, let's select the lead ads form, because this is the form for which I want to create this automation. If you want to create this automation for any another form, you can select the same. And if you want to create this automation for all your lead gen forms, you can also select all lead gen forms. But I want to create this automation only for a particular form, so I'm going to select that particular form and click on this save and send test request. And once we click on this save and send test request, it is saying waiting for webhook response. And what we have to do is we have to do a test submission in order to capture this webhook response. And in order to do a test submission, I'm going to open a new tab and search for Meta for Developers and open the landing page of Meta for Developers. After opening this landing page, we have to go towards this resources and then developer tools. And after coming over here towards this developer tools, we have to go towards this lead ads RTO debug tool and open our lead ads testing tool. Now once again, we have to select the same page and the form which we selected in our workflow and click on this preview form. And now I'm going to simply fill in this form with these details. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as demo. For the last name, I'm going to keep it as lead. For the email address, I'm going to keep it as demo@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to move in further. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. Now for the company name, I'm going to keep it as Pabbly, and move in further, click on this continue and then submit. And I'm going to submit this form. And once I submit this form, with this we have successfully created a test lead and did the test submission. So now let's open our workflow, and Pabbly is going to capture the response of the same test submission over here. And as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the details of the same test submission. These are exactly the same details which we entered during our test submission, and with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. Now let's move on further and add these details in our Airtable base. So to do this, I'm going to click on this add new action step, and now for the action application, I'm simply going to select it as Airtable. I'm going to search for Airtable and select it, and now for the event, I'm going to select it as create record and click on this connect. Once again, it is asking me for the same, so if you have already connected your Airtable, you can go towards this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection and then connect with Airtable. Now in order to create a connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, it is asking me for some permissions. Once again, you have to log in your Airtable before starting with the automation, alright? And what you have to do is, if you want to give the permission for all your bases, you can simply click on this add all resources, and the permission for all the bases, which is the current base and the future base, will be given. But if you wish to give the permission only for a particular base for which you want to create this automation, you have to go towards this add base, search for that base and click on this grant access. And once we click on this grant access, automatically our table account will be connected with Pabbly Connect. And now we have to select the base name, the table name, and one by one we have to enter all of these details. But we are not going to enter the details manually by typing it like this, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. So first I'm just going to map this first name, put a space, and then the last name. Now I'm going to map the email address, move on further. I'm going to map this phone number. Now I'm going to move on further, and one by one I'm going to map all of these details so that I can add these details in my Airtable base. So yes, you also have to map the details one by one, and after mapping all of these details, it is saying enable typecasting. So if typecasting is enabled, it allows you to forcefully create an option with the passed value in multiple choice type fields. So it depends upon you if you want to enable it. I'm going to keep it as false and click on this save and send test request. And once we click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully created a new record in Airtable base. So let's open our Airtable, and as you can see, a new record has been created using the same details which we entered during our test submission. And with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And I showed you this for Facebook lead ads. Using the same logic, you can create it for Instagram Instagram lead ads too. Simply you have to connect your Instagram lead ads account with Pabbly Connect and add the details in your Airtable base. And same you have to do with the LinkedIn too. What you have to do is you have to select LinkedIn as your trigger. For the event, you have to select lead notifications, select the sponsor account and capture the webhook response. And then you can simply add the details in your Airtable base. And yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow, but now let's try it out. You don't have to worry, we have dedicated videos for Instagram to Airtable and LinkedIn to Airtable too. I'll attach the video link in the description box below. You can check it out and create for these social media platforms too. First, let's test this for Facebook lead ads, that it is running in real time or not. Alright, so let's go back towards our lead ads testing tool and create a new lead. So in order to create a new lead, we have to delete the previous one. So we have to click on this delete lead and then refresh page in order to delete the previous lead. Alright, once again we have to select the same page and the form. I'm going to simply select it and click on this preview form. Now let's once again fill in this form over here. I'm going to keep the details as something else this time. For the first name, I'm going to keep it as new, last name as lead only. Now for the email, I'm going to keep it as lead@pabblytudes.com. I'm going to move in further. For the phone number, I'm going to keep it as this. Now for the company name, I'm going to keep it as Pabbly Tudes and move in further and click on this button which says continue and then submit. Now with this, we have successfully created the test lead. So now let's open our Airtable and you're going to see the lead details have been added right over here. The details are exactly the same which we entered during our test submission, and within seconds and in real time the details are added over here. What you can do is you can simply create the same automation for Instagram lead ads and LinkedIn too. I'll attach the video link in the description box below. You can check it out and create this amazing automation so that whenever you receive a new lead from any of the social media platform, automatically the lead details get added in Airtable. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips. I'll also attach the workflow link in the description box below for your reference. You can check it out. Thank you for watching, everyone. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. And now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.